Nikola Jokić is quietly taking over again, and nobody's stopping it. These numbers aren't normal anymore. This is getting scary.
I think Denver's the second best team in the West, in my opinion. I really like Cam Johnson going there. Jamal Murray, he's on fire right now. The Joker, man, this guy is so great. He's had like 3 triple-doubles in a row, and we just kind of like...
The Denver Nuggets have lost 10 games this season by 3 points or less. That means 37% of their losses were decided by just one play, one shot, one call, or one bounce. But let's be clear, Denver is not playing perfect basketball. Their defense has been inconsistent, their focus comes and goes, and they often let games stay close longer than they should. They were even down by double digits to the Golden State Warriors before halftime, which shows how uneven they've been. So no, this team hasn't figured everything out yet. Anyone watching can see that, but that's what makes it interesting. Even with the slow starts and mistakes, there are signs of something better. A dangerous team is starting to take shape, and many fans aren't noticing it yet. Once you really look at their season, the story quickly starts to change.
With Jokic, you get put through so much stuff that you don't get put through as a big. Like, they set picks for him, like he's handling the ball in pick and roll, they set a rip screens for him, he's coming off of pin downs. Like, as a big, you're not used to that kind of stuff.
How annoying is that for you as a big to have to deal with that?
I hate that.
Yeah.
Look at the injuries they had to deal with. Look at how many games they barely lost by just one small mistake or one moment. Because of that, their record doesn't tell the full story anymore. On the surface, it looks one way, but the reality is different. The real Denver Nuggets might only now be starting to show who they truly are. Go back to the start of the season, because it matters. Denver began 20-6, the best start in franchise history. At that time, they were in the top 5 for both offense and defense, which is a strong sign of a real contender. This wasn't just a lucky streak. It looked like a team ready to fight for the top spot in the Western Conference and worry the entire league.
Who's the toughest dude in the league to guard right now, in your opinion?
They gotta be a big fella.
Then everything hit at once. Aaron Gordon went down with a hamstring injury and missed 43 of the team's first 75 games. Nikola Jokić missed about a month with a knee injury and bone bruise. Peyton Watson also missed 19 straight games with a hamstring issue. This wasn't small bad luck. It was the kind of stretch that can mess up a team's rhythm, chemistry, rotations, and confidence all at once. And yet, even with all that chaos, Denver never completely fell apart. That matters. And it's going to matter even more later. On top of that, Cam Johnson and Christian Braun were also out at different times. And just to clarify, it wasn't David Adelman.
Him miss a shot against us like probably ever. They always go in. I'm like, all right, like here he goes shooting 100% from 3.
Joker is the best draft pick since Michael Jordan, 1980.
It was Michael Malone in his first year handling this version of the roster. He was basically playing roster Tetris every week just to put together a working lineup. Lineups kept changing, rotations kept shifting, and team chemistry was constantly reset. That's not stability, that's chaos. The result was a tough 22-22 stretch that erased the momentum from their hot start. On paper, it looks bad, no denying that. But here's the real question people don't ask. What did that stretch actually look like? Because if you really watched those games, this didn't feel like a team falling apart. It looked like a shorthanded group battling through one of the hardest schedules in the NBA, night after night, without making excuses.
The thing that I most like about him is he don't flop. And I ain't saying guys try to sell calls, but other than that, he not trying to get 16, 17 free throws. No, he trying to get buckets. Buckets. I'm not doing all it. Nah, he's.
People are ignoring a big point. At the start of the season, Denver had 16 back-to-back games, one of the highest in the league. The average was about 14, so they already had more than most teams. Then it got even harder. After changes to the schedule, they ended up with 17 back-to-backs, the most in the NBA. Now compare that to teams getting hype. The Lakers and Thunder only had 12. That's a big difference and puts more physical stress on Denver. On top of that, Nikola Jokić missed a month, Aaron Gordon missed most of the season, and Peyton Watson was out for almost 6 weeks. That kind of situation should break a team and drop them in the standings. But it didn't. Denver still went 11-6 in those tough back-to-back games. So when people say their season has been disappointing, they are only seeing part of the story. The reality is, they had the hardest schedule, key injuries, and still sit fourth in the West. That's not failure. That's strong survival.
This dude in the lead guard right now, in your opinion?
It gotta be the big fella, the Serbian.
Joker.
Yeah,
Man, that shit
bro.
is unreal.
Yeah, bro, that shit's unreal.
That shit is unreal, man. I gotta take my glass off to that guy.
Now here's where it gets really interesting. Those 10 close losses we talked about. That's where the whole story changes. Look at 2 games. March 9th against the Oklahoma City Thunder, the #1 seed in the West. Denver lost by just 3 points on the road, and this was before they were fully healthy. Even then, they pushed the top team to the limit. 1 possession away from winning. That's not a weak team. That's a dangerous one still coming together. Then March 14th vs the Los Angeles Lakers. Overtime, final seconds, 1 shot decides it, and Denver loses by 2. Even the players said it slipped away. They had control but couldn't close it out. These losses feel worse because they were winnable. But here's what people miss. This isn't about lack of talent. It's about rhythm. When lineups keep changing, players are in and out, and chemistry isn't fully there, small mistakes happen at the worst times. Now think about this. If Denver wins just those 2 games, they're already sitting in the 3rd seed with 50-plus wins. Flip 5 of those 10 close losses, and suddenly they're a 53-55 win team competing for the top seed. The Denver is struggling narrative, gone instantly. The truth is simple. They were never as bad as their record looked. This was a team dealing with injuries, a tough schedule, and losing very close games by tiny margins. So now the real question is, what do they look like with everyone coming back? And let's be honest, they are not dominating every game, and no one should pretend they are. Take March 27th against the Utah Jazz. Denver was down 13 points in the 4th quarter to a team that isn't even trying to win right now. That shouldn't happen. Yes, they came back and won 135-129, but it was messy. Even Nikola Jokić said it clearly after the game. They weren't playing defense and kept giving up easy layups. That says a lot. This team still isn't clean, but they are improving. Right now, they sometimes switch off during games and rely on offense to save them. That's risky if it continues. Look at the Golden State Warriors game. Denver was down by double digits before halftime, getting outplayed. Then everything changed in the second half. They dominated and won 116-93, outscoring Golden State by 30. That sounds impressive, but it wasn't a complete performance. They needed a big reset just to play at the level they should already be at. That shows something important. The potential is high, but consistency is still missing, especially on defense, and that matters heading forward. What we saw against Utah won't work in the playoffs. Now the focus shifts to the San Antonio space. This is a real test. If Denver shows the same weak defense, that's a serious warning sign. But if they tighten up and play with discipline, then it shows they're turning a corner. Here's the key point people miss. They are still winning. Even when games are messy, even when they're behind, even when the defense struggles, they find ways to win. And that matters. Winning ugly may not look good, but it builds confidence, habits, and belief inside the team. And that belief is exactly what you need in the playoffs. Now shift to the most important part of all this, Nikola Jokić. What he's doing during this stretch is being overlooked, and honestly, it shouldn't be overlooked. Nikola Jokić is putting up 24.7 points, 15 rebounds, and 13.2 assists while shooting 57.3%. With 4 triple-doubles during this stretch, that's not just good. That's insane production. Drop your opinion in the comments. And if you like this, hit the like button, subscribe, and stay tuned for what's coming next.